Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, I saw this on Coal Cracker a while ago. I said I was going to make them. I didn't get around to doing them, and it's been a while. I'm on an iron about whether I'd do it or not. I did have this fire lighting gel in my stores. I haven't used it a lot. I like it. It's not that expensive to buy from Bunnings, and it works really well. You just pour it. It's just a gel. So it's a thickened fire liquid. They put some sort of thickening agent in it. It comes out as a almost like a toothpaste consistency, quite a thick type of thing. Pour it on, put a spark onto it or a lighter, open flame, and away you go. 1 litre of it, I think, costs about $8. So yeah, gets a lot of fires going for it. Doesn't really say how many to light. It's for those people who don't know how to light fires, basically. Coal Cracker's idea was to make the perfect cotton rounds. What I did was melt down 1 paraffin candle. He can get paraffin blocks. They call it a specific name over in America. Not sure what they call it. I think it is just paraffin wax. So I looked it up online. You can get what he called them, but it's hideously expensive to buy it in there. I can get paraffin candles for like $2 or $3 for 6, $2 for 6. So I buy my paraffin wax like this. Anyway, I melted 1 candle down, and that did me enough to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the cotton rounds. These are makeup rounds. I just thieved them off my missus. Every time I thieve a bit off my missus, I go and buy her another lot of them. So it's I don't actually steal them off her. I always replace them anyway. And then I've got my little single burner. Slowly melted the paraffin wax, then put a decent squirt of this in, which was about half the size of that, in a nice pile. Mixed it around into the melted wax until it basically dissolved. There was still little bits of it in there, but it pretty well dissolved pretty nicely. I did make sure I turned it off. So the wax was melted. I turned the flame off so that there was no chance of it getting on fire. Poured the fire gel into it and swirled it around using a pair of chopsticks. Just swirled it around, swirled it around, swirled it around, swirled it around. The retained heat inside the little container that I was using was enough to keep the wax in a liquid form until I pretty much dissolved it all. Then dipped them in, dip, until they were saturated, pulled them all out, let them dry, and this is the result I got. I've got my beard balm that I put on my magnificent beard, and put that through the dishwasher to get all the beard balm out. I didn't put this one in because it's got paper on it. It still smells of the nice coconut, but anyway, that doesn't matter. I'm going to test one out. So the one that's all a bit not straight, so those are pretty straight. That one's a bit skew, hopefully, because I tested them before. Have a look at that, and so that one's because it's skew. Just push it down a little bit harder. Perfect. Fits in my container, nice and sealed. Let's see how he burns. Now, Coal Cracker just said rip it in half just to expose the fuzzies. I like keeping my... I've got a couple up here. I like keeping those just to... It's not as if I've got a heap of it there, but because the wax doesn't go all the way through, but it does soak in quite well. But anyway, very hard to light, he says with a sarcastic voice. Oh yeah, yeah, yep. Oh yeah. You wouldn't need one more than, you'd only need half of that. You don't need all of it. Because of the fire gel, it's a lot more vigorous. You'll get a very good burn time out of that. The wax and the fire gel, can't blow it out. Seems pretty windproof too, eh? Now if you can't get a fire going with that, I like that. That's nice. I knew they would be. Once you put the fire gel in there and the wax combination. Now, Coal Cracker did show he dipped one of these in water, left it in there for a couple of minutes, pulled it out, shook the water off it, broke it open, fired the spark into it. As you saw, once the fuzzies are inside, are exposed, they take a spark very easily, and this has a 3 to 4, 5, 6 minute burn time because of the the wax. It just becomes one of those commercial grade fire lighters that you have. Look at that. It's going like a trooper, and that's very, very good. If you couldn't get a fire with troublesome tinders, even wet tinders, because that'll dry it out. I like that. And I've got a litre of that there. And I only bought one because I just wanted to try it out. I'm going to be making more of these up. Because adding the wax to it is not that difficult. And it's got a good burn time. Very good burn time. Very vigorous burn. And yeah, the wax makes it almost waterproof. You can throw it in water. The wax seals it basically, and the fire gel just increases the burning of it. Very, very good. I like that. That is a magnificent addition to your fire kit. You get plenty of fires out of that little container that's got 8 of those in it. Break one in half, you've got 16 of them. So I don't think you need a full one. If you had wet tinder, like say you stripped off a whole heap of bark, half of it was wet, some of it was dry, half of it was wet, you put a whole one of them into the dry bit, but put wet stuff on the outside, you would have no troubles. That's had a really good burn time. I don't know. I don't want this video to be too long, but I wanted to show you how long it's going to burn for. And it's been burning for a couple of minutes. 3 or 4 minutes. So yeah. And it's still going. It's windproof. It's not breezy here, but I tried to blow it out before. Sticking to my tongs, but that's all right. It's all good. I like that. Coal Cracker comes up with some good stuff. But these prepared tinders, Fatwood's good too. It's probably the best natural tinder you can get. But why not use everything that's available to us? This stuff's easy to make. It's not hard. It's all available. Easy stuff to buy. You just go to your barbecue section and have a look through. There, that's just about out. So yeah, I don't know how long it is, but at least 3 or 4, maybe 5 minute burn time. There you go. It's all over. You get. Jesus Christ, that's hot. Yeah, I should have remembered that. It's mild steel. I think that was stainless steel, actually. Yeah, and melted my thing, but anyway, that's good. Yeah, it's very hot. Burned my thing. Everything's burned. It's all good. I'll just let that dry. Let that cool down. This is a disposable item. I should have realised that heat goes through. But anyway, that'll cool down. As you saw, fits very neatly in there, and 8 in there, so 16 if you halved them. I even think maybe even a quarter would get a normal fire going. Half for a little bit damp stuff, and a full one for damp stuff ready to go. Wanted to get into really good. But as I said, fire gel, Samba, this is Australian stuff. Samba fire lighting gel, 1 litre. I think it's about $8 from Bunnings here in Australia. Melted paraffin wax. I just used 1 candle, did 9 of them, and it used it all up. I just put in a good it was about 50-50. So 1 candle, and then when I saw how much wax was in there, I put about 50%. Just eyeballed it, about 50% of that, and then just mixed it around until it all pretty much was dissolved, and then just dipped them in, dried them out as per normal, wait until they were all dry, and then you saw the results. I like them. I'm going to make more of them up because I think they are a very handy thing. I've made plenty of just wax impregnated cotton rounds, and they worked very well, but I think these works better. They had a better burn time, and they burn more vigorously. So anyway, thought I'd report on that. And if you want to make some up, in America you probably have a similar product of fire lighting gel, just not the Samba brand. Try whatever you want and give it a go. Experiment. That's the whole key to this wonderful hobby. Just experimentation. Try different things. See how it works. See what happens. Can only have fun doing it. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching.